It's as old as gaming itself, the cheat code, a staple of almost every old school gamer's toolkit. The cheat code has been used to hear sound tests, reach new levels, and even gain extra lives. When all hope seemed lost, these secret gems of goodness would pop up and give that frustratingly hard game new life. Passed down through the ages, with some codes gaining legendary status. One day, almost out of nowhere, the cheat code began to change. As publishers began to explore the world of online sales practices and digital downloads, it seemed that there was no use for the once trusted cheat code. Even worse, as sales of map packs, season passes, and the like began to become profitable, the cheat code became almost extinct. True gamers, however, have not forgotten the once mighty codes that granted access to the wonders of gaming. This is a retrospective of how at one time, all your codes once belonged to us. This is the evolution of codes to DLC. This is Old School Rules. Cheat codes in video games have existed for almost the entire history of the medium. The first cheat codes were put in place for playtesting purposes. Playtesters had to rigorously try the mechanics of a game and introduce cheat codes to make this process easier. One of the earliest cheat codes can be found in the game Manic Miner. By typing the code 60317669, gamers could enable the cheat mode. This allowed for reprogramming a small part of the game before launching it. In the context of games for many 8-bit computers, it was a usual practice to load games into memory and, before launching them, modify specific memory addresses in order to cheat, getting an unlimited number of lives, currency, immunity, invisibility, etc. Later, cheating grew more popular with magazines, websites, and even television shows.
Up next, hold on to your parachute pants. It's the Intellivision.
Many people didn't have the time to complete a video game on their own, so some cheats made games more accessible and appealing to the average gamer. The most basic type of cheat code is one created by the game designer and hidden within the video game itself that will cause any type of uncommon effect that is not a part of the game's usual mechanics. Cheat codes are usually activated by typing secret passwords or pressing controller buttons in a certain sequence. Codes were often implemented by the game developers themselves as a tool to playtest certain aspects of the game without difficulty. One of the earliest known examples of this type of code is the Konami code. Created in 1986 by Konami developer Kazuya Hashimoto, as he worked on porting the 1985 arcade game Gradius for use on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Cheating was exploited by technologically oriented players due to the difficulty of early games. However, a cheating industry emerged as gaming systems evolved through the packaging and selling of cheating as a product. Cheat enablers such as cheat books, game guides, and cheat cartridges all helped form a cheat industry and cemented cheating as part of the gaming culture. However, cheating was not universally accepted in early gaming. Gaming magazine Amiga Power condemned cheaters, taking the stance that cheating was not part of their philosophy of fairness. Guides, walkthroughs, and tutorials are sometimes used to complete games, but whether this is cheating is debatable. If no codes or exploits or glitches are used, it is generally not considered to be cheating by the hardcore gaming community, as the player is receiving help that will improve their gameplay performance as opposed to gaining an unfair in-game advantage. DLC, or downloadable content, is additional content for a video game distributed through the internet by the game's official publisher or third-party retailer. Downloadable content can be of several types, ranging from aesthetic outfit changes to a new, extensive storyline, similar to an expansion pack. As such, DLC may add new game modes, objectives, levels, challenges, or other features to a complete and already released game. The Dreamcast was the first console to feature online support as standard. DLC was available, though limited in size due to connection and the size limitation of a memory card. These online features were still considered a breakthrough in video games, and shortly after this, the original Xbox by Microsoft was the second console to implement downloadable content. In its earliest forms, codes were used to help developers with the huge task of finishing video games. Oftentimes left in a game and discovered by players, they were a saving grace. Codes made some games that were seemingly impossible to beat now a fresh and fun experience. Other things like Easter eggs, hidden stages, and the like were spread through word of mouth and brought gamers together. In many cases, these cheat codes became legendary in their own right. Later on, with games like Mike Tyson's Punch-Out and Mega Man, the use of passwords became normal. Through these passwords, it was often revealed that a gamer could skip stages or get access to things they may not have before. With systems like the Dreamcast, Xbox, and PS2, the internet took on a larger role in gaming. So too did that of added content. Cheat codes remained as important as ever during this time, but developers soon discovered how they could get more to gamers through the power of the internet. Useful things like roster updates for sports games, demos, and other enhancements were a welcome addition to the world of gaming. Things seemed to be going good. At least, that's how it appeared. Gamers were soon about to see things take a turn for the worse. The PS3 and the Xbox 360 saw a shift in priority for many gaming companies. Developers and producers started to view the internet as a profitable marketplace instead of a genuine way to help improve video games. Where games like Tekken and Street Fighter once boasted unlockable characters and stages, developers soon saw these as items they could sell. With the release of games like Call of Duty and others of its ilk, map packs, weapons, and even packages of goodies now became fair play to sell players. In the blink of an eye, publishers had started to turn a profit from things that were once offered for free, even going so far as selling the ability to play games themselves online altogether. It may be hard for the modern gamer who has never experienced the golden age of gaming to realize that content wasn't always viewed as a profit margin. At one point in cheat code history, passwords, cheat codes, and hidden items brought joy and wonderment to gaming. These things also brought the community together through discussion. It evolved slowly into a profitable monster, first with magazines and shows, and later directly through the internet. There may come a day when gamers stand up and say enough, and on that day, once again, all their codes will belong to us. That's it for this episode of Old School Rules. Join us here at Gaming So Spectacular next season as we finish our retro look at gaming. Thanks for watching, everybody. And as usual, if you can't be good at it.